which is good.
You guys want to see something funny? I just took a shower today and I immediately put a hat on. So I flattened all my curls except for around the hat.
Sam, by the way, I am gathering up more blocks because we're gonna have to build over another gap.
House plus ledges is a dangerous combo. I know, I was edging the whole time.
Faye found a city and has kept the cords to themselves.
Oh, what a bitch!
Hasn't said the cords at all.
Insane. You Fred! Jesus Christ, man, relax. Wild.
Okay, all right, that's insane. Literally Jacob's family, bro. You just have an incest fetish. How about that? You weird ass shatter. Whoever said that.
Oh. Okay. My body is in shambles right now.
Listen, Jacob, can I give you some advice for when you're feeling sore?
Damn. Old people love glizzies. They love choking down those dogs on a daily basis. Confirmed. If you're over the age of 50, it's like a switch goes off in their head, you know? And they can't control it. It's not like they're making a conscious choice. It just happens.
Oh, they are absolutely making that.
It's like hitting glizzy puberty.
Have you ever
103 degrees scorching heat? Put a dip in and sweat your bollocks off. Kind of heat. Toad sliding off the log because it's too hot, kind of hot. Then you ain't ever experienced heat, son. Now I tell you what.
That's a Jaco get.
And I don't know if I'm gonna make enough money today to do that, if I'm being honest. I need a big card to sell. Yeah, I don't have a lot of big cards. Do you just start streaming how Sokka has to go outside?
What? I started stream?
Right? Did you not start?
Oh, I did.
What?
I did.
Yeah.
No, I started. Look, I went to my main screen, right? And I'm just ripping packs in dead silence. Loudmouth chewing on some sour belts.
Did I ruin your bit?
Yeah.
I just lost my dog, and my brother taught me how to chase the bag.
Don't look at the logo on my shirt.
He taught me how to chase the bag.
Uh-oh.
He taught me how to make a stack. Oh, that's a big card. Check the food channel and the cord for the snacks I bring.
Ooh.
This is just four detached human heads that look like they've been rotting for several weeks. Oh, and a bag of popcorn. Nice.
Ooh, what is that? Is that blue cheese?
Do you have gluten-free human flesh? I have an allergy.
Aaron, Jake, you're already here, bro. I already know you're here.
Yeah,
But hi,
first.
Aaron.
Yeah.
Hi, Raven. Hi, Percy. Welcome in. How are you? How are you? Oh, fuck. I didn't realize there was another thing down here. I'm just gonna... I should probably change my shirt. Oh, well.
Change your shirt. Change your shirt. Change your shirt song, change your shirt song.
Change your shirt song. Change your shirt song.
Change your shirt. Change your shirt.
All
Your
right,
hair is
let me
greasy
finish
and
ripping
you
these
smell
packs,
like
and
dirt.
then we'll get started on the reading.
Your wife left you and she took the kids. Teach them not to disrespect you with your gun.
No, not that one.
You march to the PTA meeting. You're the only one who walks out of there.
Salad, I had to improvise today because we didn't have the correct tomatoes and everyone was complimenting it. Let's fucking go, dude. That was at work. Shade.
I think that was at home. Oh, wait, you have roommates, never mind. I'm better today, ready to chill out and draw some more Alan Wake.
Yeah.
Can we get sex Alan Wake with, can you have him having sex with, the crocodile Vector from Sonic?
Jake, do you understand what you've just summoned?
A boner?
Every
Yes.
Rule 34 artist within a fucking 100-mile radius. You have brought nothing but despair upon Percy's family and their name.
Do you know what the
Shame on
34th rule
you
of the internet is? By the
and
way, do
your
you know what the
kin.
actual rule is? Do you know what the 34th rule of the internet is? Not Rule 34, but the 34th rule of the internet. What the website name is based off of.
Yes, I do know the rule.
What is it?
It is, if something exists, there is porn that is created of it.
Yes. Now,
Yeah.
do you know what the 35th rule of the internet is?
I do not.
Treat others how you want to be treated.
I'm leaving again now? Aw, Jake, what you did, dude? You lost me my cookie, bro. Percival, ow. Yo.
Play some Doja Cat. That'll fix it.
Yeah. I'm playing
Play
a
some-
day right now. Oh, okay, bet.
What's that
Voices
one
in my
song?
head keep on
What's that
telling
one
me I'm
Doja Cat song?
cursed.
Like,
I'm paranoid, I don't wanna make it any worse. We're all gonna die, but first things first, I'ma take the world with me when they put me in the dirt.
You know that one? Oh, Juicy, right?
Dude, no one heard anything of what you just said.
Okay, you know that one Doja Cat song? It's like, I keep it juicy, juicy. I keep it up.
Yeah.
I keep it juicy, juicy. I keep it up. And then I do it. Play that one.
Izar, how are you? Welcome in,
LGBTQ
Shadow. How are you?
LGBT community is gonna love that, dude.
They're gonna
Your
love
viewers
it.
are gonna be 25% more gay after that. Ka-ching! Here comes the money. Here comes the money.
You want to bring back fart rap? I just shit my pants. Poopy in my butt. In my undies. Poopy in my butt. In my undies. All over the floor. All over the floor. My wife said, why is it everywhere? I can't control it, baby. There's no underwear.
I shot my wife at 87 and no one found the body.
Oh, I know, Shadow. I'm gonna read stories, bro. I'm ripping packs. I'm trying to get something out of this. I'm on my last box and then we're getting into it. I stay for Czar intro. Now I'm out.
Every day on the street, girls come up to me. They say come or crust. They say up to me. I go with both. Cause I'm like a Chad. Come and crust every day. That's where it's at. I feel so great, so delighted. Free will is free and God will be smited. I make decisions he's not proud of. Because he's not real.
Oh.
A cab. Thank you. That was my
Ooh.
rap. That was my
Ooh.
poop rap.
Okay. Big cards.
Can we sing our number 2 hit song, the Change Your Shirt song now? Everyone loves that one.
Yeah, we can do that.
Change your shirt, change your shirt. Your hair is greasy and you smell like dirt. I caught that bitch cheating on me. 36 stab wounds.
Isn't that just me?
No, there was nothing else. There was no other words. There were no more lyrics.
Okay, these are the last packs. As soon as these are ripped, it's done.
Yeah, I've heard that
Nice.
before.
I'll show you guys the haul after this. Lots of 50s. All right. You guys ready to see what we got? That's not the right page. There it is, baby. Look at this. EX Legendary Foil of Katengu. 1,019. $1,100 for this one card. 340 for a Gold Edition Legendary Foil of Hydroid. Gold Edition Legendary Foil of Rhizon. $274. Those are all the ones over 200. Those are prize cards right there. But I am gonna take this one out and put it in our 1,000+ case. Also, look at this. Oops, wrong one. Ghost. I got a new ghost, my first white. Giga Knight. It's looking pretty good, bro. Had an unbelievable amount of stinky people in my shop today. You just attract them. They flock to you like birds of a feather.
Like moths to a flame.
Stinky flames. No, yes. Stinky.
Uh-oh. Stinky.
How dare. How dare you deny the stinky claims? Posture check. I am gamer necking. Dude, my neck has been hurting so bad these last couple of days. I don't know what I'm doing different, but it's not good. Posture check because my back hurts so bad. I don't want yours to hurt. Too late. But I appreciate the thought. That's very kind. Very kind of you. All right. All right. Fine. I'll leave the game. Jake?
What? What?
Give him the beans.
I don't want beans.
Give him the beans.
I want McDonald's.
Give him the beans.
Did you not save that? Wait, did you not save?
What do you mean, did I not save?
Did you not save your game?
Hold up.
None for Jaco? That's okay. I'm actually allergic to cookies, so
Yay, cookies!
I don't want any anyway. I'm just kidding.
It auto saves, right? You can just leave.
At the beginning of each day, it autosaves. Did you not save before quitting your game? They also explicitly say when you're loading in to save before quitting the game because there's a bug that doesn't save your autosaves. Dude, do not tell me you just quit the game without saving. You're trolling,
It's
right?
fine. My cards are here. My money's there.
Okay. Do a hard save before quitting.
What do you mean, do a hard save?
Don't autosave. Go hit escape, press the save game button, and put in a hard save. You did this to yourself? I'm not the one who didn't save my game.
I'll take a cookie. I would also like a cookie.
How many months does it take to ship? Jacob, can I ask you a political question?
Yes.
So if you walked into a room, right, Let's say on the wall there are 100 erect penises on the wall, okay? What is your take on abortion?
Don't clip
I
that.
see you go quiet when
Don't
the
clip
hard
that.
hitting questions come out.
The music won't clip. I'm warning you. Don't clip it. It's going to be awkward for everybody. I'm telling you right now. I'm looking at you, Aaron. Good. The answer to your question, Jake, is take all the dicks off the wall.
That had nothing to do with abortion.
Yep.
I thought you were gonna say like I support abortion because that's like the normal person take.
That is awful. I wouldn't even
What's
joke
wrong with-
about that, dude.
What's wrong with abortion?
You wait until they're out of the womb to do it, bro.
I think you shoot them with a gun. I like the way you think.
That's probably the most fucked up thing we said in a while.
You said. I didn't say anything.
You said I like the way you think. You're complicit.
I said abortion should be
also
legal. You said we
them
should
with a
shoot
gun.
babies. I said abortion should be legal. You said we should be able to shoot babies. Oh, bro. Oh, it's over. Oh, wait. Good news. Cheap viewers. Let's go. Cheap viewers,
Sarah, I got
baby.
another
Finally.
I've
Finally,
been paying
dude.
so
Let's
much money
go.
for the ones that I have, bro.
Yo, we should be legal. Dude, we should just shoot babies. That's awesome. Thank you.
Just wait until they're born, bro. It's way cheaper.
Oh my god. Just wait until they're warm. Holy fuck. Holy shit, dude. What the fuck? What the fuck, dude? That's crazy.
What's up, Morgie? Oh, I got my cookie privileges revoked. God damn it.
Last
All
time
right,
I
thank you.
asked political questions on your stream, jeez.
Okay. I'm getting water. I'm going to change my shirt. And then we're going to start. And guess who's going to keep you entertained until I get back?
Who?
I have no idea, man. I'm out of
I
options.
don't know either. Okay. I'll call Shane.
Do that.
Okay.
Don't you dare keep them entertained.
No, I don't know how to do that. Here, let me make a call.
Okay. Thank you.
Oh wait, he's calling me? Yo, what's up, dude? Yeah. Yeah, no, he doesn't suspect a thing. Nope. Operation's going off without a hitch. Yeah. No, you're right. I do know that this is actually a secret ploy to harvest Jacob's organs. Because Jacob was actually born with the strongest organs this side of the Mississippi. And there's a whole government conspiracy to harvest them before he uses them all so we can put him in the president and make a super president. Then America will become the #1 military power in the world. Wait, you're telling me America's already the #1 military power in the world? Well, what if we, how about this? This is my new evil plan here. Once we harvest the organs, what we'll do is we'll increase the cost of of essential medicines like insulin to exorbitant prices, so people have to spend hundreds of dollars just to. Oh wait, they already do that too? Oh my, damn. Okay. All right, got me there. Oh, I got it. What if we make addictive substances criminally illegal and then turn the prisoners into slaves? You're fucking kidding me. Seriously? For real? Damn, maybe we shouldn't have a president. What the flip? The flip, dude? Anyways, I'll talk to you later. I gotta go now. Love you, Mom. Bye. I hate getting phone calls in the middle of the night, especially when I get off of one and I get another one immediately after. Don't you guys hate that? Dude, you've got to be fucking kidding me. Are you kidding me? I don't want to answer this, dude. This guy is always blowing up my phone. Always trying to get me to get... Oh, my... Hello? Yes, hi, Donald J. Trump, former president of the United States. What do you want this time? Listen, you've got to stop saying small loan, okay? $10 million is not a small loan, dude. That's like over 1% of my net worth, dude. Okay, I don't care. What the fuck is an Epstein list and a Diddy party? What the fuck? I don't care if your name comes up on those, dude. I'm not giving you any more money. Yeah, I gave you 5 million for the Trump stakes because you told me that'd be, you know, the return on investment would be crazy. But no one fucking buys Trump stakes, do they? What about your fucking board game, dude? No one bought your shitty Trump board game, did they? Or your stupid ass stakes, huh? And yes, I did also pull some strings with Macaulay Culkin to get you in Home Alone 2, okay? Yes, and you do owe me for that as well. So no, until you pay me back, no more money, okay? Yeah, get the fuck out of here, dude. Jesus Christ. Sorry you guys had to hear that. Sorry. It's one of, I wouldn't even say friend. He's more like a little brother calling me for money. Super annoying if I'm being honest. I did not think Jacob would be this long. I don't have anything else. Hey guys, what's everyone's favorite color in chat right now? What's your favorite color? Purple, wrong. Green, correct. That is the right answer. Congratulations. Raving, you may try again. You may try again. Green. Green is the correct answer. Correct. Oh, yo, best viewers. Let's go. Cheap viewers. Let's fucking go, dude. Yes. Again? Dude, damn. Jacob is getting spammed with these. Holy fuck. Purple is the wrong answer. Purple is the wrong answer. You can try again, though, if you want. Bro, we get multiple bots every stream here. That's crazy. What the fuck? Does Viridian work? That is not right. Unfortunately, the correct answer is not Viridian, but you can try again if you want. Green propaganda. Is it propaganda if you're right? Take a propaganda at these nuts, bitch. Got him. Got him. Viridian is a type of green? Yes, but you only chose one shade of green. All green is holy. Bro, Jake, I was typing that out. Propaganda at these nuts? Is that what you're typing out, huh? as an artist, I'm an artist too, dude. I did graphic design for years, bro. You can't just put on the as an artist BS, bro. I'm right there with you. I'm also an artist. Take that. So yeah. So what? So what?
The only
if I
thing
didn't
you've
get...
drawn, Jake, is out a conversation.
No, I did graphic design for like 3 years, dude.
Okay, bro.
So maybe I didn't throw the biggest party of the summer, and maybe I didn't get the most popular girl at school, but at the end of the day, they will never find her body.
Maybe hold on to those organs a little tighter. Are you talking about my tum? Are you talking about my tum? Wow. You still get no cookies? What the fuck, bro? No? What are you talking about? What organs are you talking about? Just all of your organs? Am I missing something? What is happening here? Someone might be wanting them? Okay, I get cookies. Oh, thank God, dude. I was so worried. Jake gave money to further the Trump administration? Bro, how dare. Red is objectively better than green, just saying. Oh, that's a diss, Raven. Fucking Jesus.
Hey, buddy, I just want to say,
Yeah.
you need to keep an eye on Jake's mom.
Oh.
And
Mr. Wiki has been neutralized.
What just happened?
Jesus
What
Christ.
just happened?
I'm over here just trying to fucking tell you the things that are going on.
What's
and
happening?
I'm being silenced.
Are you being deadass right now?
Straight up, bro.
About okay, wait. Explain what's happening.
Jacob just
Mr. Wiki has been neutralized.
What is happening? I feel like I'm the butt of like 5 inside jokes right now. Love you too, homie.
Jake wants to harvest your organs.
I just left the chat. Apparently. All I did was change my shirt and get juice, bro. That's it. That's all I did. The fuck are you guys doing over here? Organ harvester. I barely know her. Just hold on to those organs. I will. I'm gripping them tight, baby. Gorilla gripping them. With them toes. With them toes. All right. All right. Let's stop fucking around. Who's ready to read scary stories? Because I sure am. Grab an extra pair of pants, your best blanket, and a cuddle buddy. Because you're gonna fucking need it. Prepare yourself. Story time. Did someone say grippy? My knee doesn't hurt. Let's fucking go, Morgie. Did you do anything to help it, or did it just go away on its own?
Ba 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 beep beep. Whoa. All right. We are on. We just read maps. So we're on screens. We are. If you were not here last night, be wary. There is a lot you may not know. A lot. I'm going to raise my chair so I'm not out of frame. Do not fret, child. My microphone's in the camera. Oh. It went away on its own? Oh, that's good. My chair is significantly taller. There we go. Splendid. Absolutely splendid. Now, if you don't remember what happened in yesterday's story, entitled Maps, the two boys decided to make a map that followed the river between their two homes. In doing so, they ended up making friends with the neighbor lady. Being elderly as she was, she had dementia. She didn't know that her husband had passed and was waiting for her to show up day after day. Him. Her sons, she believed to be young, and we think that is why she paid so much attention to our two protagonists. Can I draw while listening to story time? Of course that's allowed, Percy. Of course. Isn't that the best time to draw? The boys, towards the end, realized that they needed to get craftier and decided to build a raft to navigate the thick brush around the lake in which they traversed. But on one fateful night, they realized they had the perfect opportunity to gather time. So, they went on their merry way after the mother had gone, with 2 hours to spare. They went on the water. Long, fateful night came true, and they found themselves paddling through the dark. They heard crunching, shuffling footsteps following them as they paddled away. The boys came to a full stop, and with the paddling gone, the noises could be heard in full. As a joke, they yelled into the woods, greeting this silent stranger, not expecting an answer. But that's exactly what they got. A silent whispered, they furiously began to paddle back, but not before our main character fired a Roman candle in the direction of the voice, trying to illuminate the person who stalked them so freely. They caught no glance, but when they arrived on shore, they had found some of their clothes missing. So, the best friend went back to the home, and the other looked for his shirt, only to be greeted by the frail old face of the old lady. Jokingly, he asked if he could come inside for a snack. And for the first time in all of their many interactions over the summer, she said no. Her husband had come home, so he went about his way. Days later, an eerie, deadly smell creeped across the neighborhood. Knowing not what it was or where it came from until one day, several black bags were drawn from the home, carrying not trash, not leaves, not grass. Well, you can guess the rest. And with that, we were left to our own devices. Which now brings us to screens, the fifth part in this series. I will not be reading like this the whole time. It just felt like a good voice for a recap. So let me take a drink. Are you guys ready for part 5? We're almost at the end. We only got 2 more. Yes. Good. I'm glad. I've intentionally withheld some details from a lot of my stories. I've let my hopes concerning the way things might influence my evaluation of the way they actually are. I don't think there's any point to that anymore. At the end of the summer, between kindergarten and first grade, I caught the stomach flu. This has all of the components of the regular flu. However, with the stomach flu, you throw up in a bucket and not the toilet because you're sitting on it. The sickness gets purged from both ends. This lasted for about 10 days. But just before it passed, the sickness was granted an extension in the form of pink eye. My eyelids were so fused together by the dried mucus generating during the night that the first day I awoke with the infection, I thought I'd gone blind. When I started first grade, I had a kink in my neck from 10 days of bed rest and 2 swollen, bloodshot eyes. Josh was in another group and didn't have my lunch. So in a cafeteria bursting with 200 kids, I still had the table to myself. I'm always ready for stories. I started keeping spare food in my backpack that I would take into the bathroom to eat after lunch, since my school meals were usually confiscated by the older kids who knew I wouldn't stand up to them, since no one would stand with me. This dynamic persisted even after my condition cleared up, since no one wants to be friends with the kid who gets bullied, lest they have some of that aggression directed towards themselves. The one reason this stopped was due to the actions of a kid named Alex. Alex was in the 3rd grade and was bigger than most of the other kids in my grade. Around the 3rd week of school, he started sitting with me at lunch, and this put an immediate end to the shortage of my food supply. He was nice enough, but he seemed kind of slow. We never really talked at length except for when I finally decided to ask why he had been sitting with me. He had a crush on Josh's sister, Veronica. Veronica was in the 4th grade and probably the prettiest girl in the school. Even as a 6-year-old who fully endorsed the notion that girls were disgusting, I still knew how pretty Veronica was. When she was in the 3rd grade, Josh told me, 2 boys had actually gotten into a physical fight which erupted out of an argument concerning the significance of the messages she had written in their yearbooks. One of the boys eventually hit the other in the forehead with the corner of a yearbook, and the wound required stitches to close. While not one of those 2 boys, Alex wanted her to like him and confessed that he knew Josh and I were best friends. I gathered that he had hoped that I would convey his ostensibly philanthropic deed to Veronica, and that she would presumably be so moved by his selflessness that she'd take an interest in him. If I told her he would continue to sit with me for as long as I need him to. Because this was during the time when Josh mostly stayed at my house, building the raft and navigating tributary with me, I didn't have the chance to bring it up to Veronica because I simply didn't see her. I told Josh about it and he made fun of Alex, but said that he would tell his sister since I wanted him to. I doubted that he would. Josh was annoyed that people seemed to be so taken with his sister. I remember him calling her Ugly Crow. I never said anything to Josh, but I remember wanting to say, even then, that she was pretty and would one day be beautiful. I was right. When I was 15, I was seeing a movie at a place my friends and I had come to call the Dirt Theater. It was probably nice at some point, but the time and neglect had weathered the place severely. This theater had movable tables and chairs on the level floor, so when the theater was full, there were very few places you could sit and see the whole screen. The theater was still open, I imagine, for 3 reasons. It was cheap to see a movie there. They showed different cult movies twice a month and at midnight. And 3, they sold beer to underage kids during the midnight showings. I went for the first 2, and that night they were showing Scanners by David Cronenberg for $1. My friends and I were sitting in the very back. I wanted to sit closer to the front for a better view, but Ryan had driven us, so I relented. A couple of minutes before the movie started, a couple of girls walked in. They were pretty attractive, but whatever beauty they might have had was eclipsed by the girl with the dirty blonde hair, even though I had only caught a glimpse of her profile. As she turned to move her seat, I caught full view of her face, which gave me the feeling of butterflies in my stomach. It was Veronica. I hadn't seen her in a long time. Josh and I saw progressively less and less of one another after we snuck out of my old house that night when we were 10. And usually when I'd visit him, she'd be out with friends. While everyone stared at the screen, I stared at Veronica. Only looking away when I had the feeling I was being a creep overcame me. But that feeling would quickly subside and my eyes would return to her. She really was beautiful, just like I had thought she'd be when I was a kid. When the credits started to roll, my friends got up and left. There was only one exit, and they didn't want to be trapped waiting for the crowd to clear. I lingered in hopes of catching Veronica's attention. As she and her friends walked by, I took a chance. "Hey, Veronica." She turned toward me, looking a little startled. "Yeah?" I got out of my seat and stepped a little into the light coming through the open door. "It's me, Josh's old friend from way back. How How have you been? Oh my god, hey, it's been so long. She mentioned to her friends that she'd be out in a second. Yeah, a few years at least. Not since the last time I stayed over with Josh. How is he anyway? Oh, that's right. I remember all your guys' names. Games. Do you still play Ninja Turtles with your friends? She laughed a little and I blushed. No, I'm not a kid anymore. Me and my friends play X-Men now. I was really hoping she'd laugh. She did. You're cute. Do you come to these movies every time? I was still reeling from what she said. Does she really think I'm cute? Does she mean I was funny? Does she think I'm attractive? I suddenly realized that she had asked me a question and my mind grasped for what it was. Yeah, I said much too loudly. Yeah, I try to anyway. What about you? I come every now and then. My boyfriend doesn't like these movies, but we just broke up, so I plan on coming from now on. I was trying to be casual, but failed. Oh, well, that's cool. Not that you guys broke up, I mean, just that you'd be able to come more often. She laughed again. Oh, shit. Okay, I'm gonna interrupt this very awkward conversation. Raz, what's up, dude? Welcome in. How are you? Thank you for the raid. How was your stream? What were you playing? Raspberry Raid. Hunter 2420, how are you, friend? Raz, how was your time on screen? How was your time? Final Fantasy 16? Let's fucking go, dude. Let's fucking go. Fuck yes. I hope you had fun, bro. Normally, I would play my raid video, but we are right in the middle of a story. So I'm just going to keep reading. Guys, if you don't know who I am, I'm House of House, typically a horror streamer, but I do a lot of variety and other content like this, where we read scary stories. Anyone from my stream, if you're not following Raz, please go and do so. Absolutely awesome, dude. Fucking cool as shit. Drop my boy a follow. Or else. Now. Started the last DLC. More people for story time. Exactly, Morgie. More kind. Comfortable ears. If you guys are unfamiliar with the story, the Reddit post is pinned up at the top. No, you're good, Rez. Please don't be sorry for that. I just wanted to let you know I wasn't going to play my raid video. But yeah, if you guys want to follow along, or if you want to read this story for yourselves, it is pinned at the top of chat. We are currently on chapter 5, like the 5th section. This one is called Screens. This is the 5th part of the story. It is incredible so far. Like, if you need to stop watching and go and read the rest for yourself, if you like this kind of thing, please go and do so. It is so good. And you might be a little lost if you're caught up here. But yeah, Raz, thank you for trusting me with your community, bro. I really appreciate you. And I'm really glad that you had a good time. I hope the DLC was a fucking blast, dude. I'm going to take a drink here, and then we will continue. I tried to recover. So, are you coming the week after next? They're supposed to show Day of the Dead. It's really cool. Yeah, I'll be there. She smiled, and I was about to suggest that maybe we could sit together when she quickly closed the space between us and hugged me. It was really good to see you, she said with her arms around me. I was trying to think of what to say when I realized the biggest problem was that I had forgotten how to talk. Luckily, Ryan, who I could hear approaching from the hallway, came in and spoke for me. Dude, you know the movie's over, right? Let's get the fuck out of... Oh, yeah! Why did I read it like that too? Sorry to raid and lurk, bro, but I'm starving. Dude, you never have to be sorry for that. I'm glad you're doing your stream, Kerr. It's so important. I hope you have an absolutely wonderful night. And if you are lurking, I hope you enjoy the stories, dude. It's a good time. Oh my god, that was so fucking funny. Let's get the fuck out of. Oh yeah. What the fuck? Is this the Kool-Aid man, dude? Why is he so excited over a hug? I just imagined his buddy busting through a wall. Okay. I'm done. I'm sorry. Jesus Christ. Oh. Veronica let go and said that she'd see me next time. She was played out of the room by the porn music Ryan was making with this. Shit. Ryan has never touched a woman. Bro's in the background just like "Awooga, awooga." Wow. Okay, I gotta calm down. Holy fuck. Holy shit. Okay. Big breath in and deep breath out. I might not have drawn Alan Wake, but I did just draw Kratos. Let's fucking go. Put it in the fucking Discord, dude. Both good options. Can't be upset with either of those. Okay, I'm gonna reread this. I promise I will not laugh. You see this? This is a pinky promise, and I'm pretending that all of your pinkies are grabbing mine, okay? Pinky promise. Veronica let go and said that she'd see me next time. She was played out of the room by porn music Ryan was making with his mouth. I was furious, but it dissipated as soon as I heard Veronica laughing in the lobby. Day of the Dead wouldn't come soon enough. Ryan's family was going out of town, so he wouldn't be able to drive. It's fucking damn it. Okay, nope. I'm good. And the other friends I was with that night didn't have cars. A couple of days before the movie, I asked Mom if she could take me. She responded almost immediately by denying my request. But I persisted, and she picked up on the desperation in my voice. Oh, Mom knows. She asked me why I wanted to go so badly since I had seen the movie before, and I hesitated before saying that I was hoping to see a girl there. She smiled and asked playfully if she knew the girl. And I reluctantly told her it was Veronica. The smile disappeared from her face and she coldly said, "No." Why? You broke the pinky promise? No. I didn't break the pinky promise. What are you talking about? Lies. Lies and deceit. You can't prove anything. I decided that I would call Veronica to see if she would pick me up. I had no idea if she still lived at home, but it was worth a try. Then I realized Josh might answer. I hadn't talked to him in almost 3 years, and if he answered, I obviously couldn't ask to talk to his sister. I felt guilty for calling to speak with Veronica and not Josh, but I dismissed that feeling quickly. Josh hadn't called me in these years either. I picked up the phone and dialed the numbers that was still embedded in my muscle memory from having dialed it so often all those years ago. It rang several times before someone picked up. It wasn't Josh. I felt a mixture of both relief and disappointment. I realized in that second that I really missed Josh. I would call after this weekend and talk to him. But this was my only chance to see if Veronica could or would take me, so I asked for her. The person told me I had dialed the wrong number. I repeated the number back to her and she confirmed. She said they must have changed their number and I agreed. I apologized for the disturbance and hung up. I was suddenly intensely sad because now I couldn't contact Josh even if I wanted to. I felt terrible for having been afraid that he might answer the phone. He had been my very best friend. I realized that the only way I could be put back in touch with him would be with Veronica. So now, not that I needed one, I had another reason to see her. Tension. How are you? Welcome, man. I told my mom the day before the movie that I was no longer concerned with going, but was hoping she could drop me off at my friend Chris's house. She relented and dropped me off that Saturday a couple of hours before the movie. My plan was to walk from his house to the theater since he only lived about a half-mile away. They went to church early on Sundays, so his parents would go to sleep early Saturday night. And Chris was fine with not coming with me since he had planned on chatting with this girl he met online. He said that the walk back to his house would be even lonelier after she laughed in my face when I tried to kiss her. And I told him not to electrocute himself when he tried to have sex with his computer. Damn. I left his house at 11:15. You did make it in time, Tension. The sex with the computer line is so good, though. I tried to pace myself so I'd get there just a little before the movie. I was going by myself, so I didn't want to just hang out around there waiting. On the way to the theater, I figured that if Veronica showed up, it would all be too lucky for us to arrive at the same time. So I debated whether I should wait outside or just go in. Both had their pros and cons. As I was grappling with these concerns, I noticed that the steady stream of streaking car lights that had been overtaking me had been replaced by a single, constant spotlight that refused to pass. The road wasn't illuminated by streetlights, so I was walking in the grass with the road about 2 feet to my left. I stepped a little more to my right and craned my neck over my left shoulder to see what was behind me. A car had stopped about 10 feet behind me. All I could see were the violently bright headlights that were cutting through the otherwise dingy surroundings. I thought that it might be one of Chris's parents. Maybe they had come to check in on us and seen that I was gone. Wouldn't have taken much pressing for Chris to confess. I took one step toward the car and it broke its pause and started driving towards me at a slow pace. It passed me, and I saw that it wasn't Chris's parents' car, or any car that I recognized for that matter. I just tried to see the driver, but it was too dark, and my pupils had shrunk when faced with the blinding lights from the car just moments before. They adjusted enough so that I could see a tremendous crack in the back window of the car as it drove away. I don't think much of the whole affair. Some people find it fun to scare other people. I'd often hide around corners and jump out at my mom, after all. I timed it right and got there 10 minutes before the movie. I decided to wait outside until around 11:57, since that would give me time to find her inside if she was already seated. As I was considering the possibility that she might not show, I saw her. She was alone. She was beautiful. I waved to her and walked close the distance. She smiled and asked if my friends were already inside. Said that they weren't and realized that this must seem like I was trying to make this a date. She didn't seem bothered by that. Nor was she bothered when I handed her the ticket that I had already bought. She looked at me quizzically, and I said, "Don't worry, I'm rich." She laughed and went inside. I bought us 1 popcorn and 2 drinks and spent most of the movie debating whether or not I should time my reaching my hand into the popcorn bag when she reached so they would touch. She seemed to enjoy the movie, and before I knew it, it was over. We didn't linger in the theater, and because this was a midnight show, we couldn't loiter in the lobby, so we walked outside. The parking lot of the theater was big because it connected with the mall that had gone out of business. Not wanting the night to be over just yet, I continued the conversation while casually walking toward the old mall. As we were about around the corner and leave the theater out of sight, I looked back and saw that her car was the only one left in the parking lot. Wasn't the only one left in the parking lot. Oh. The other had a large crack in the back window. My immediate uneasiness turned to understanding. That makes a lot of sense. The driver of that car works here and must have figured out I was on my way to the movie. Injecting real-life horror into the life of a horror fan seems like an obvious move. We walked around the mall and talked about the movie. I told her that I thought Day of the Dead was better than Dawn of the Dead, but she refused to agree. I told her of when I called her old number about my dilemma about who would answer the phone. She didn't find it as funny as I now did, but she took my phone and put her number in it. She commented that might be the worst cell phone she'd ever seen. Her evaluation wasn't rescinded when I told her I couldn't even receive pictures on it. I called her so she'd have my number and she programmed it in. She told me that she was graduating, but she hadn't done well in school so far that year, so she wasn't sure she'd even get into college. I told her to attach a picture of herself to the application and they'd pay her to go there just so they could look at her. She didn't laugh at that one, and I thought she might be offended. She might have thought I was implying that she couldn't get in based on her intelligence. I nervously glanced at her and she was just smiling, and even in this poor light, I could see that she was blushing. I wanted to hold her hand, but I didn't. As we walked down the final side of the mall, back toward the theater, I asked her about Josh. She told me she didn't want to talk about it. I asked her if he was at least doing all right, and she just said, "I don't know." I figured Josh must have taken a wrong turn somewhere and started getting into trouble. I felt bad. I felt guilty. As we approached the parking lot, I noticed that the car with the cracked window was gone, and that her car was now the only one in the parking lot. She asked me if I needed a ride, and even though I really didn't, I said that I'd appreciate it. I had drunk my whole soda during the movie, and all the walking was putting pressure on my bladder. I knew that I could wait until I was back at Chris's, but I had decided that I was going to try and kiss her when she dropped me off. And I didn't want this biological nagging to rush me out of the car. This would be my first kiss. I could think of no ruse to conceal what I needed to do. The theater had long closed, so I only had one option. Told her that I was going to go behind the theater to go piss, and I'd be back in 2 shakes. It was obvious that I thought it was hilarious, and she seemed to laugh more at how funny I found it than how funny it clearly was. On the way toward the theater, I stepped and turned toward her. I asked her if Josh had ever told her that kid named Alex had done something nice for me. She paused to think for a moment and said that he had. She inquired as to why I had asked, but I said it was nothing. Josh was a really good friend. That's sweet. When I went to go behind the theater, I realized that there was a chain link fence extending off and running parallel to the walls of the building. Where I stood, she could still see me, and the fence seemed to stretch on endlessly. So I thought I'd just hop it, duck out of sight, and return as quickly as I could. May have been too much of an effort, but I thought it would polite. I climbed the fence and walked just a little ways until I was out of sight and urinated. For a moment, the only sounds were the crickets in the grass behind me and the collision of liquid and cement. These sounds were overpowered by a noise that I can still hear when it's quiet, and there are no other noises to distract my ears. In the distance, I heard a faint screeching, which quickly subsided, only to be replaced with a cascade of thundering vibrations. I realized quickly enough what it was. It was a car. The growling of the engine got louder. And then I thought, no, not louder, closer. As soon as I realized this, I started back towards the fence. But before I could get very far at all, I hear a brief, truncated scream, and the roar of the engine terminated in a deafening thud. I started running, but only after 2 or 3 steps I was tripped by a loose piece of stone and fell hard and fast onto the concrete. My head striking the corner of a chair as I fell. I was dazed for maybe 30 seconds, but the renewed rumbling of the engine drew my senses back and my equilibrium was restored by adrenaline. I redoubled my efforts. I was worried that whoever had crashed the car might harass Veronica. As I was climbing over the fence, I saw that there was still only one car in the parking lot. I didn't see any evidence of a crash. I thought that I might have misjudged its direction or proximity. As I ran towards Veronica's car, as my orientation changed, I saw what the car had hit. My legs stopped working almost completely. It was Veronica. Her car was sitting between us, and as I closed the distance and walked around it, she came fully into view. Her body was twisted and crumpled like a discarded figure meant to represent a catalog of things the human body cannot do. I could see the bone of her right shin cutting through her jeans, and her left arm was wrapped so hard around the back of her neck that her hand fell on her right breast. Her head was craned back and her mouth hung widely open toward the sky. There was so much blood. As I looked at her, I actually found it hard to discern whether she was laying on her back or her stomach. This optical illusion made me sick. When you are confronted with something in the world that simply doesn't belong, your mind tries to convince itself that it's dreaming. And to that end, it provides you with that distinct sense of all things moving slowly as through sap. In that moment, I honestly felt that I would wake up any minute. But I didn't wake up. I fumbled with my phone to call for help, but I had no signal. I could see Veronica's phone sticking out of what I thought was her front right pocket. I had no choice. Trembling, I reached for her phone, and as I slid it out, she moved and gasped for air so violently that it seemed as if she were trying to breathe in the whole world. This startled me so much that I staggered back and fell onto the asphalt with her phone in my hand. She was trying to adjust her body to get it into its natural position, but with every spasm and jerk, I could hear the cracking and grinding of her bones. Without thinking, I scrambled over to her and put my face over hers and just said, Veronica, don't move. Don't move, okay? Just stay still. Don't move. Veronica, please just don't move. I kept saying it, but the words started to fall apart as tears came streaming down my face. I opened her phone. It still worked. It was still on the screen where she had saved my number, and when I saw it, that my heart broke a little. I called 911 and waited with her, telling her that she would be okay and feeling guilty for lying to her every time I said it. When the sound of sirens tore through the air, she seemed to become more alert. She had remained conscious since I found her, but now more of the light was coming back into her eyes. Her brain was still protecting her from pain, though it looked as if it were finally allowing her to become aware that something was terribly wrong with her. Her eyes rolled over to mine and her lips moved. She was struggling, but I heard her. Picture. My picture. He took it. I didn't understand what she meant, so I said the only thing I could. I'm so sorry, Veronica. I rode with her in the ambulance when she finally lost consciousness. I waited in the room they had reserved for her. I still had her phone, so I put it in her purse and I called my mom from the hospital phone. It was about 4 a.m. I told her that I was fine, but Veronica was not. She cursed at me and said she'd be right there, but I told her I wasn't leaving until Veronica was out of surgery. She said she'd come anyway. My mom and I didn't speak that much. I told her I was sorry for lying, and she said that we'd talk about that later. I think that we had talked more in that room. If I had just told her about boxes, or the night about the raft, if she had just told me more of what she knew, I think that things would have changed. But we sat there in silence. She told me that she loved me and that could call her whenever I wanted her to come get me. As my mom was leaving, Veronica's parents rushed in. Her dad and my mom exchanged a few words that appeared to be quite serious while Veronica's mother talked to the person at the desk. Her mother was a nurse, but I didn't work at this hospital. I'm sure that she had tried to get Veronica transferred, but her conditions were prohibitive. While we waited, the police came in and talked to each of us. I told them what happened. They made some notes, and then they left. She came out of surgery and 90% of her body was covered in a thick white cast. Her right arm was free, but the rest of her was bound like a cocoon. She was still under, but I remember how I felt when I had my cast before kindergarten. I asked a nurse for a marker, but I couldn't think of anything to write. I slept in a chair in the corner and went home the next day. I came back every afternoon for several days. At some point, they had moved another patient into her room and set up a screen around Veronica's bed to act as a partition. She didn't seem to be feeling better, but she made more moments of lucidity. Even during these periods, we wouldn't really talk. Her jaw had been broken by the car, so the doctors had wired it shut. I sat with her for a while, but there was nothing much to say. I got up and walked over to her. I kissed her on the forehead, and she whispered through her clenched teeth, "Josh." This surprised me a little, but I looked at her and said, "Has he not come to see you?" "No." I found myself really irritated. Even if Josh had been getting into trouble, he should come to see his sister, I thought. was about to express this when she said, "No, Josh, he ran away. I should have told you." I felt my blood turn to ice. When? When did this happen? When he was 13. Did he leave a note or something? On his pillow. She started crying and I followed her. But I think now we were crying for different reasons, even if I didn't realize it. At this point, there were a lot of things I still didn't remember about my childhood, and there were a lot of connections I hadn't yet made. I told her I had to go, but she could text me anytime. I got a text from her the day telling me not to come back. I asked why, and she said she didn't want to see me. Didn't want me to see her like that again. I agreed begrudgingly. We texted each other every day. Though I kept this from my mom because I knew that she didn't like me talking to Veronica. Usually her texts were fairly short, and mostly only in response to more lengthy texts that I would send her. I tried calling her once. I was sure that she was screening her calls, but I hoped I could hear her voice. She picked up, but didn't say anything. I could hear how labored her breathing was. About a week after she told me not to come see her anymore, she sent me a text that simply read, "I love you." I was filled with so many different emotions, but I responded by expressing the most prevalent one. I replied, "I love you too." She said that she wanted to be with me and that she couldn't wait to see me again. She told me that she had been released and was convalescing at her house. These exchanges carried on for several weeks, but every time I asked to come see her, she would say soon. I kept insisting, and the following week she said that she thought she might be able to make it to the next midnight movie. I couldn't believe it, but she insisted that she would try. I got a text from her that afternoon of the movie saying, "See you tonight." That's exactly what I'm thinking, Aaron. Also, the note on the pillow, did you guys pick up on that? Do you remember? Do you remember when he went missing when he was young? There was a note on his pillow saying that he was running away. And he just woke up in the middle of the woods. Exactly, Aaron. Not talking on the phone. Not his spelling of his name. Yeah. Yeah. I got Ryan to drive me since Chris's parents hadn't found out what happened and said I wasn't welcome at their house anymore. I explained to Ryan that she might be in bad shape, but that I really cared about her and to give us some space. He accepted that and we headed down there. Veronica didn't show. I had saved a seat for her right next to me and near the exit so that she could get in and out of easily. 10 minutes into the movie, a man slid into the chair. I whispered, "Excuse me, this seat is taken." But he didn't respond at all. He just stared ahead at the screen. I remembered wanting to move because there was something wrong with the way he was breathing. I forfeited because I realized she wasn't coming. I texted her the next day asking if she was all right, and I inquired as to why she didn't show the previous night. She responded with what would turn out to be the last message I'd received from her. She simply said, "See you again soon." She was delirious, and I was worried about her. I sent her several replies reminding her about the movie and saying it was no big deal, but she just stopped replying. I grew increasingly upset over the next several days.